What is up, everybody? It's CL Liquid, and today I'm going to talk about something I picked up on Cyber Monday, and it's the Uniden CAM250 automotive video recorder, or dash cam if you prefer. So like I said, I picked this up on Cyber Monday. It was $39.99 at Best Buy. I believe it's regular $69.99, so it's like $30 off. And I had $40 worth of gift cards to get rid of, and I'd been looking for something to buy. So I said, why not? Do I really need a dash cam? Probably not, but couldn't hurt. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube of people with these, and they talked about how they're nice to have in case you're in an accident. So I said, alright, I'll give it a shot. This one is, as you can see, HD, 1080p, full HD, has a 1.5 inch LCD color screen on it, and G sensor. Not sure what G sensor is. I believe that's when, I read where the G sensor, if your car is hit or has a shake, it locks the micro SD card down so the video that it's been recording is not lost, so you can recover it, kind of like a black box. But anyway, I've already opened this because I got it yesterday actually, but I was thinking I'd do a quick review on it, just in case somebody's out there thinking about getting one of these for the holidays and they found them on sale. I mean, this is a sub $50, if you catch it on sale, sub $50 dash cam option. And I believe I looked today and they were back up to $49.99 at Best Buy, which still not too bad. So I've already taken the camera out. Here's the camera. Right now I actually have it plugged into a power supply that goes to my phone, which is plugged in, and the USB cable that comes with it is running into that. This is a 2 amp adapter, wall adapter that I use for my phone to run this off of, because it only comes with a car charger. So in the box, let's say, it had the car charger, which has a really long cable on it. I've already ran mine around the top of the trim, the driver's side, down the sides, and underneath the dash to the cigarette lighter. I'm thinking about actually buying the adapter and running it directly to the fuse box that's down by my feet on the driver's side. There's a little adapter you can buy that plugs in, and then you plug your what's it called? It just went out of my head. Your little plug for your power into the car. I don't know what it's called. My mind's gone blank. But anyway, you take that out of the fuse box. I guess it's fuse. Fuse is the word I'm looking for. You take the fuse out of the fuse box, plug the adapter into the spot where the fuse box or the fuse was, and then plug that fuse into that adapter, and then another fuse to run the camera, and then there's a wire that comes off of that adapter that runs to power, to whatever cable you want to run to that to run the power on it. So that's an option for that. And if you want to have this run all the time, like even when it's parked and your engine's turned off, you could do that. But I don't think I'm going to go with that option, because I really don't want to take the chance of my battery running down. Even though there is a whole separate adapter that you can buy. It's like a pass-through, so if your battery is getting low and it's draining too much of the battery's power, it will cut the power to this camera until the battery can charge up enough to start the camera up again. But that's a little more than I want. I really just need this for when I'm driving. You know, if somebody hits my car in the parking lot, yeah, that'll suck if I can't see who did it. But where I work, there are pretty much cameras everywhere facing the parking lot, so hopefully it'll catch that. So I'm mainly going to use mine for when I'm driving. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So inside the box, like I said, was the power adapter for the car. It comes with this. It's about a, I guess it's like a 6-foot cable here that It's your USB adapter that plugs into this and then plugs into the computer so you can get your files off of it. Or if you have a micro SD card adapter, multi-adapter, you can take the card itself out and just plug it into that adapter and plug it directly into the PC. So it's whatever you want to do, whatever you have, but it does come with that cable. Other than that, the only thing in the box are your manuals in English and various languages that I do not speak, only English barely. So that's it for the box. Alright, so I thought I'd go through the settings on here real quick just so you can see those. This is a very small camera. Let's say it's just probably a little bit bigger than a AA battery as far as the width. So this is really small. It's a lot smaller than what I was expecting it to be, but it gets the job done. Sorry if this camera's having trouble focusing on this. It's kind of dark out and I haven't, it was either set up my lights to show this clear view or get this dart setting so that I could show you the settings, because my camera wouldn't really focus on this under certain lighting. So hopefully I can get this to focus again and not have to do too much editing. Alright, so I had to do a little jump cut there. Had trouble getting this to focus on this tiny screen, and this is about the best I can get it to do, so hopefully this will work out. So we're in the menu here. See the menu button here takes you into this. The first setting you get to is your resolution, and under here you hit your OK button over here and you see your first setting is 1080 Full HD, and then you have 1080p 1440 by 1080, and then your 1720 by 1280, and you have WVGA 848 by 480. Of course you're gonna probably keep that on 1080 Full HD. Let's see, next setting is loop recording. What this does is sets the amount of time you want before the camera loops back. In other words, when your card is running out of space, this will record in 10-minute segments, as it'll make 10-minute videos, and it'll keep making separate 10-minute videos until the card fills up, and then it will loop back to the beginning and start erasing the first 10-minute video that it made, and keeps going. So it's continually, when the card fills up, it's continually looping back and going through the older recordings instead of the card just running out of space and just stopping. So I usually keep mine on 10-minute segments, but you could also do 3-minute and 1-minute, or off. If you turn it off, then obviously when all your space is gone, then it'll just stop recording, where it does one full, however long your card, like if you have a 32 gig card, which the max that this camera holds is 32 gig. So once your 32 gig fills up, however long that is, maybe 2-hour recording estimate, once that 2 hours is up, then it will loop back and start recording over the first part of that 2 hours until it fills up again. So you lose whatever you had before at the beginning of that 2 hours. Alright, exposure. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't know why you would really need to mess with this. I normally leave it on the 0 setting. I don't have any reason to change the exposure. Motion detection. This setting is basically if you set this up to record even when your car's off, like you set this to an always on power source and you leave it running even when your car's off, this will continually record anytime it sees motion, like a car goes by or somebody walks by your car in a view of the camera will start recording, and I believe it said it records for about 15 seconds, or if there's no more motion it'll turn off after that 15 seconds, and then if somebody walks by again it'll start recording again for however long there's motion, and then if there's no motion after 15 seconds it'll turn off again. So like I said, I'm not going to do that option on my car because I don't want take the chance of my battery running down, plus it involves buying some more adapters and stuff, which I don't really want to get into. Record audio is this setting. Keep that on. That basically records inside your car or outside car noise. You know, if you hear siren coming or sound of a car rear-ending you or whatever is going on at that time. So probably want to keep that on. Date stamp. That basically puts the date on the recording so you know when your event happened. So you probably want to keep that on. G-sensor. This is if someone, or I shouldn't say someone, if something jars your car or causes, like you hit a pothole or something, or someone slams into your car, it causes the camera to lock the recording that's on the SD card so that it's not lost, so that it's not damaged. That way you can pull your SD card out and still be able to recover the video of the event. And I should probably show that there's actually, you can set the sensitivity for that, set it to low or high. You know, you probably don't want to put it on low because if you live in an area where there's a lot of rough streets, you know, potholes and bumpy roads, then this is going to be going off all the time, and you probably don't want that. So mid or high, you can play around with that setting for whatever works best for you, but I usually leave it on mid. Keytones, that's basically me clicking these buttons. I have it turned off ahead of time because if I turn it on you'll hear beep every time I hit one of these buttons, which would be really annoying watching this video. And we're back to resolution. So if we jump out of this and jump back in and click again, it takes you over to another menu, sub-menu. And again, I apologize if this is all blurry and making you sick. It's the best I could get this to zoom in. You have date and time, pretty self-explanatory. Auto power off, you know, pretty self-explanatory. When you want it to turn off to save your battery. And again, this is if you choose the always on option. You can have this set to turn off at 1 minute or 3 minutes after you turn your key off. But I don't have that, so language, self-explanatory. Frequency, I mean, if you're in the United States, obviously you're going to keep it on 60 hertz. Screensaver, license, no set, not sure what that is, but image rotation, I guess if you mount your camera vertically, you could use that, but I think everybody will probably more than likely just use horizontal. So, and format your SD card, of course, and default settings sets everything back to normal. Version V10. Haven't checked on this yet, but need to plug this into the USB on my computer and go to the Uniden site and see if there's an updated firmware on this. I'm not sure if they put out firmware updates on this or how these are handled. Maybe they just don't bother with them after they're out, but I'm going to check on that because, you know, it could add new features or make the camera faster, or, you know, who knows. It's good to keep your firmwares up to date. Alright, so hop out of this. There was a setting, but I can't. Is this how it is? Yes, that's it. So there's also a camera setting in here because you can use this as an actual camera to take pictures, still pictures. I don't know why you would use that. If you have your phone on you, it's probably going to be much better than the resolution on this, but it is an option if you're at an accident and you know you need to take a picture of the accident or whatever you need to take a picture of. It's nice to have that. Have timer, I guess that's for like if you want to, I don't know, take a selfie and get in front of the camera yourself. Megapixel resolution, it goes up to 3 megapixels. So our next one is continuous mode. Basically just shoot a bunch of burst pictures. quality settings, sharpness, white balance, ISO, exposure, you know, usual camera stuff, anti-shake, quick review, and date timestamp. So that's pretty much it for the settings and the camera itself. I'm going to shoot some videos both night and day and upload those, and so check those out and check out the quality. But so far, from what I've tested it, it's a pretty decent camera for the price. I mean, it's nothing special. Don't be expecting, you know, anything 4K or movie quality. You gotta shell out the bucks for that. But if you just need a simple camera that's gonna record and pick up what you need to pick up and save you on some insurance, if that happens to come to fruition, then you know, can't beat this. So look for it, I guess, on this season. They'll probably have it on sale, I'm sure, for the whole season. I don't know if dash cams are the big thing this year, but I'm sure you can find good deals if you look around. Maybe one better than this, but for me, this one is pretty good. I haven't found anything to complain about. So yeah, check out my video samples, and that's it. Peace out.